that will enhance our underlying effort to accommodate the Russian oligarchs and make sure we take their ill-begotten gains. We're going to accommodate them. We're going to seize their yachts, their luxury homes, and other ill-begotten gains of Putin's kleptocracy and the guys who are the kleptocracy. But these are bad guys.
Everybody comes in, your grandmother,
contrast, Russian elections are rigged. Political opponents are imprisoned or otherwise eliminated from participating in the electoral process. The result is an absence of checks and balances in Russia and the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine. Iraq, anyway.
Look, talk about education. I propose that what we take is those very poor schools, the Title I schools, triple the amount of money we spend from $15 to $45 billion a year. Give every single teacher a raise, an equal raise of getting out the $60,000 level. Number two, make sure that we bring in to help the teachers deal with the problem that come from home. The problems that come from home, we have one school psychologist for every 1,500 kids in America today. It's crazy. The teachers are I'm married to a teacher. My deceased wife is a teacher. They have every problem coming to them. We have to make sure that every single child does in fact have 3, 4, and 5-year-olds go to school, not daycare, school. We bring social workers into homes and parents to help them deal with how to raise their children. It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone. Make sure the kids hear words.
$7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
No? What the hell? I think it's on. Alright, users. Let's go, users. I agree. Let's go, users. Alright, y'all. We got a show. I guess I should turn this on. Should I turn this on? What is... Let's get this fucking shit in here. Hello! Yeah. Got a show today. I'm lighting a candle. I've been into candles recently. It's a candle. I'll put that over there so I don't burn my house down. Hello, users. We have a show. Well, I have a show. You have nothing. Let's be honest. You're waking up every day. You're fucking going to work for some shitty corporation. And then you, with a little respite, have time to watch this fucking program. And this is my program. This is no one else's. I share this with nobody. What does my shirt say? It is the Letter Hack Michael Brooks shirt. So I guess it says Brooks, but it's not really. So we have a show lined up for today. Are there any people that have jobs in my chat? Because ideally there wouldn't be. Right? I want to like capture people's brains that don't have anything better to do. Got this weird mouth thing. It's not going away. It's not nearly as painful, but it's not going away. And it's really... Anyway, we got a show going on. So we got Cooking with the Bitch, folks. Cooking with the Bitch. Coming. We've already got Depleted Uranium Cowboy and Johnny Too Late FTV in the live chat for some reason. Cooking with the Bitch is coming. It's happening today. I have been doing the warm saltwater rinse 3 times a day. But Cooking with the Bitch is only 1 time a week. So we're making a vegan, and by we I mean me, a vegan seitan witch, a seitan steak. I don't know what the fuck. It tasted good. That's all that matters. Check this shit the fuck out in 78 minutes at 11:30 a.m. So that's Cooking with the Bitch. It's a show, and it's a good show. I mean, I would endorse the show. To be honest, with you, I would endorse the program. Yeah. What's in the news today? Is there anything in the news? I actually haven't looked at the news. It's a news show. I haven't even looked at the... What do we got? We got killings, murder. Okay, murder, killing, carjacking. Okay. Oh wait, no, and murder. Okay. Killing. Murder. Whew. Yikes. There's a lot of murder going on. Got some murder. Soldiers killed. That's not bad. All right. Nope. All right, folks. I have a really fucked up story here today. Now, first of all, operational security. This is a concept many people in the United States don't really think about. But I would suggest that they start thinking about things. Anything as well as everything that you have ever said online is in a file somewhere, recorded forever. Every DM you've ever had, right? Everything you've ever typed and erased, everything you've ever written anywhere on the internet is available to law enforcement. All they need to do is go get it. And here's another example. Facebook turns over mother and daughter's chat history to police, resulting in abortion charges. A stark example of how digital footprints will be utilized in a post-Roe America. I'm reading from The Verge here. A 17-year-old from Nebraska and her mother are facing criminal charges, including performing an illegal abortion and concealing a dead body, after police obtained the pair's private chat history from Facebook. Court documents published by Motherboard show. Although the charges against the two women are based on established abortion law, Nebraska outlaws abortions 20 weeks post-fertilization unless the mother's life is in danger. Women's health campaigners and digital privacy advocates say the case illustrates the dangers of ubiquitous digital surveillance in a post-Roe America. Oh. Folks, I just want to give everyone a quick update. If you are ever going to be texting anybody about anything related to something that could be illegal in the future or is illegal now, I have a recommendation. If you have a cell phone, install the Signal chat messaging application. It is an encrypted chat messenger, and Signal, they cannot be petitioned to hand over your information to federal law enforcement or any law enforcement because they don't have access to it because of its encryption method, right? So I'm just throwing that out there. If you're going to be talking about doing an abortion, don't do it on a Facebook chat, okay? Now, again, that should be obvious, but I guess, in a generation 17 years old raised on social media, right, to them, Facebook is the new cell phone, right? But it's a completely different paradigm, right? At least with cell phones, right, there's some kind of like neutrality going on. With Facebook, it's all Facebook. They can do whatever they want with it, right? And they will not delete it, right? And they will work with law enforcement every single time. So, since the reversal of Roe, Facebook's parent company Meta and other big tech companies have made lofty promises about defending access to reproductive health care. Caitlin Seeley-George, managing director of nonprofit Fight for Future, Our Future, said in a statement, at the same time, these companies' hypocritical surveillance practices make them complicit in the criminalization of people seeking, facilitating, and providing abortions. Again, the police were like, oh, these people might have done an abortion. Let's petition their entire DM history. Now, again, you think that, oh, they're just getting the DM history, like they're control effing abortion, and that's it? Y'all, I need you to understand. They have this entire DM history since this girl is probably fucking 12 years old or whenever they got on Facebook, right? They have the entire text history. I need you to understand, like, what kind of shit do you fucking text to your mother over the course of 5 or 6 years, right? They got it all. Court and police records show the police began investigating 17-year-old Celeste Burgess and her mother, Jessica Burgess, after receiving a tip-off that the pair had illegally buried a stillborn child given birth to prematurely by Celeste. The two women told Detective Ben McBride of Norfolk, Nebraska, Police Division, that they discussed the matter on Facebook Messenger, which prompted the state to issue Meta with a search warrant for their chat history and data, including login timestamps and photos. Meta complied with the request, and Messenger chat history appearing to show Celeste and Jessica discussing Celeste's use of home abortion medication. At the time, Celeste was 28 weeks pregnant at the start of her third trimester. Police used the chat history as evidence to seize the pair's computers and phones. They have since charged the two women with a number of crimes, including charging Jessica with allegedly performing an abortion 20 weeks after fertilization and performing an abortion without a licensed doctor, both felonies. Oh, so you can't go to a doctor to get an abortion, but you're also going to get charged for not going to a doctor. Isn't that great? Isn't that just such a cool fucking, like, law? So if you go to the doctor, you go to jail. If you don't go to the doctor, you go to jail. Huh. Interesting. And charging Celeste, who is being tried as an adult, with the felony of removing, concealing, or abandoning a dead human body. Now again, the abortion issue is not complicated. If the fetus is not viable, it's not a life. It's not a human life as far as the law is concerned, right? It's that simple. So you get the baby out of you, and it can't survive on its own. I don't know what to tell you. But that's not a human body. And also, why is a 17-year-old being tried as an adult? I don't understand this thing where they try people as adults when they're not adults. Like, haven't we decided that 18 is the adult line? Like, didn't we decide that at some point? How is a 17-year-old being tried as an adult? I don't know. I have no idea. To me, adult means 18 and over. So if you're 17, you're being tried as an adult. I got a couple questions to ask, but, you know, it's a very inconsistent system. Anyway, you can read the rest of this, but these are the main information. I want everyone to understand if you... I would say do all of your communications on Signal or other encrypted text apps. Like, especially if you're going to be discussing anything illegal. I mean, again, the thing is, right? Oh, I'm discussing something illegal, but, you know, the heat's not on me. 7 years from now, right? Let's say someone does something, they, you know, call in something somewhere, they petition your entire DM history. They're going to look back 7 years. They're going to find, all right? So I need you to understand, if you are doing anything illegal, semi-illegal, could be illegal in the future, you don't know, do it on an encrypted text messenger or do it in person, right? Because we live in a world where there is no such thing as privacy. You have no privacy. You never did have privacy. The only difference is now you know you don't have privacy, right? If you didn't know that before, now you do. So again, there's no world you can go back to where you had privacy. That was a world in your own imagination, okay? But you don't have privacy. You never did have privacy, and you got to start adapting to that reality as soon as possible. So there you go, folks. Good job, Facebook. Anyway, I got a show lined up for today. What if it's too late to do that? Too late to do what? I mean, the only way it would be too late to stop doing illegal things online is if, like, you have terminal cancer and you're about to die, and, like, this is, like, the last thing you're doing with your life is typing that chat message. I got this, like, mouth thing going on. I don't know. Folks, cooking with the bitch. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, what else do you need to know? It's Cooking with the Bitch, 67 minutes. You know? Like, I don't know what else to tell you. It's Cooking with the fucking Bitch! Look at this stupid fucking face I'm making in the thumbnail. Who does that? I do that! Because it's Cooking with the Bitch. Check it out, 66 minutes. The Magnetic Vortex. Andrea, are you bisexual?
Why do you want to know?
529 days, 3 hours, 37 minutes until the U.S. goes full fascist. Hey, I'm in the same boat with you. That is a stupid face. Hey, fuck you, Tyler. You're not supposed to say that. Only I'm allowed to fucking say that. You stupid Oh, that's a stupid face. You know what else is a stupid face? Your face. You got a stupid fucking face. Anyway, Johnny Too Late, it's about the heat, bro. You don't want to get the heat on you. Move all your illegal communications to an encrypted messenger, and then you won't get the heat. Come on. So, Andrew Yang is in the news. I'm gonna be honest. I take a little bit of pride with my, calling this sooner than a lot of people, but I'm also smarter than most people, so factor that in, okay? I am, in fact, above it all. But Andrea Yang's in the news again for being cringe and defending Donald Trump. Now, again, I haven't covered an Andrew Yang thing in a while, just because, like, honestly, every news story about him is just more and more embarrassing. Right, like the Forward Party is like contracting like former Republican governors, and like it's just a Republican psyop at this point. Whoops, who would have seen that coming? Right, like both of his campaigns have been really horrible. Like it's just, I honestly feel bad for the guy. But this one is the main reason I'm covering this is because it allows me to talk about Donald Trump's FBI raid again, and that's always fun. And the Republican reaction. Have you seen Republicans going like, imagine if they could raid the home of the U.S. president, imagine what they could do to you. Have you seen that one yet? Like fucking Elise Stefanik, who, by the way, name appeared in the toilet bowl at some point, is like tweeting this fucking garbage. Right? Like, motherfucker, like if you are poor, you know what the cops can do to you. If you are black, you know what the cops can do to you. If you are gay or transgender, you know what the cops are going to do to you. Right? This idea, like, oh no, Joe Brandon has gotten the DOJ to get the FBI to raid the former president's home. Now, anything can happen. Woo! Right? Like, have you paid attention at all to the discourse over the last 3 years? But anyway, Andrew Yang tweets, I'm no Trump fan. I want him as far away from the White House as possible. But a fundamental part of his appeal has been that it's him against the corrupt government establishment. This raid strengthens that case for millions of Americans who will see this as unjust persecution. Okay. So, let's say I were to create a political brand around the establishment. Right? It's me versus the establishment. And then I go commit a mass murder. Like, you know, kill 40 people, whatever. Are the cops not allowed to arrest me? Well, sorry. Whoa, I'm a politician and I am running on me versus the establishment. So what if I killed 40 people? So what? I mean, are you really? Oh, you're going to persecute me? Oh, no. My point here is Donald Trump broke the fucking law. It's about fucking time that this little orange freak has gotten any amount of pushback for his flippant disregard of law and order. Again, the FBI director was installed by Donald Trump, right? So, again, this argument is fucking Looney Tunes. It really is Looney Tunes. Now, again, is it true that Donald Trump will profit off of this? Absolutely. Is it true it will galvanize his base? Absolutely. But, does that mean we should just let him break the law and just, oh, sorry, we can't do it. We can't, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I think it's like these people, they treat politics like it's a bad game. Right? Like, if you violate the law, if I violate the law, we go to fucking jail, okay? Donald Trump violates the law, Andrew Yang is like, oh, well, maybe he shouldn't really be, rated. I mean, he is orange, and, when you rate the guy who's orange, then, it's lemon season, and we have enough the citrus in this orange guy, and the people will vote for him because he's orange. Right? Like, that's not... I don't know what to tell you, man. This guy's brain is broken. It seems like this was authorized by a local judge in a particular FBI office without buy-in or notification of higher levels of government. But literally no one will believe that or make a distinction. It's probably bureaucratic, but it seems political. My friend, everything is political. Every time a cop does anything, it's political. When a cop shoots a fucking black person running away from them that has no gun, it's political. When a cop fucking does a no-knock warrant on the wrong house and kills someone, it's political, okay? When a cop fucking, like, beats the shit out of their wife and then murders them and then gets off from it, that gets off as in sexually because they jerk off on our corpse, and then also don't get charged or arrested because the cops love each other, right? That's political. Every time the motherfucking police do something, it's political. That's kind of what politics is. Police are the biggest way that politics interact with everyday people. That's it, right? But Andrew Yang is a fucking moron. Quote, if they raided his home just to find classified documents he took from the White House, one legal expert noted, he will be re-elected president in 2024, hands down. So one legal expert. First of all, legal expert, right? Not a political expert, but a legal expert. A legal expert saying, yeah, he broke the law. Oh, well, first of all, I'm skeptical of this guy being a legal expert. Legal expert says, guy who broke the law should just get away with it. Oh, well, that's a cool legal expert. Can I get this legal expert to defend me next time I'm in court? Like, that's a really good fucking legal expert. Someone give me this guy's phone number. But again, he's a legal expert. He's not a political expert. He's not a political scientist. He's not like someone that, he's a legal, what? Like, that's like saying, like, oh, I'm a legal expert, so I'm going to weigh in on the Super Bowl. Well, okay, are you a sports fan? No. Have you ever seen a football game? No. But I'm a legal expert. I'm going to tell, you know what I mean? Like, what? It doesn't make it. Andrew Yang, man, I mean, anyone that fell for this, I know it's been like 3 years, 4 years, but please just admit that you were wrong, because I don't know, I still get the Yang bangers in my comment section. Every time I make a video about Yang, I get people like accusing me of being racist. How dare you? Andrew Yang is a proud Asian American and you're being so mean to him. It's like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Can you please shut the fuck up already? Oh my God. Fuck me in the face, man. Fuck me in the face, okay? Fuck. Is Magnetic Vortex still here? What the hell, man? Answer my question. Hello, Daro. Daro's a new viewer. So, that's cool. Yanger bangers. Yeah, he's posting bangers. And he's a yanger. First of all, Trump has never gotten elected, right? Popular vote lost 2016. Popular vote lost 2020, right? Like, let's be honest. You want to do an Age of Cage book review? Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. I'll read it soon. After I read it, we should do a co-op show. You can do your own book review, but then when I finish reading it, you can come on the show and we'll do a dual review. How's that sound? Fuck interviewing authors of books. I'm gonna interview someone else who read the book too. I want to try to get more authors on the show, but like, it's hard to get your foot in the door on that one. Like, hi, I read your book and I have a podcast that like 10 people watch. Would you want to come on my podcast to talk about your book? You will benefit in no way, but you'll make me happy. And like, how do I send that? You know what I mean? You know? Oh. I have a couple of guests lined up for this weekend. Friday is the current tentative date. Oh, fuck my fucking face. You see this fucking face? Fuck that face, okay? Holy moly. I'm wading into the drama this week. promote your... Would you like to promote your book to my audience of 6.5 people? Maybe you'll get one sale, maybe, but also, I want to talk to you about the book, and it was a really good book, and I enjoyed reading your book, and, you know... I'm getting into the drama this week. That's right. I'm wading in to the discourse. All right, let's, what else do we got? Oh, this fucking guy. This fucking guy. So Charles Kirk is, he's posting cringe. Once again, he's posting cringe. And, so let's watch.
And I'm going to say this plainly and bluntly. Raids must be met with raids. They raid Donald Trump's home? Well, why don't you go raid BLM for burning down $1 billion worth of property in the summer of 2020?
Okay, so... Okay. Raid BLM? Can someone, like, give me the play-by-play on how to raid BLM? So BLM, which is now an entity, I guess. It's not like a political message, right? Black Lives Matter is like a person. And that person burned down $1 billion worth of property. Just one person. And now he's advocating to raid the person... First name Black, middle name Lives, last name Matter. That's like what? What? Like what is the... How would this happen? Like I would love the play-by-play on how we raid BLM.
BLM for burning down $1 billion worth of property in the summer of 2020. They raid Donald Trump? Well, why don't you go raid Planned Parenthood for all of their, let's just say, very revealing crimes that was revealed 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay, we're going to raid Planned Parenthood for very revealing crimes that were revealed. So the crimes themselves are revealing, right? But they were also revealed, right? Now, those are two different things. So the crimes were revealed, and that's how we know that they are revealing. So we're going to raid BLM, which is a person, for doing $1 billion worth of damage, which one person did, apparently. And then once we're done with that, we're going to raid Planned Parenthood based on very revealing crimes that were revealed.
On camera. They raid Donald Trump. Why does George Soros get away with everything he's doing, funding attorney general's offices? Now you might...
Okay. Okay, what? First of all, George Soros again? Again with George Soros? Okay, so George Soros, I'm not the hugest fan of George Soros, to say the least. But we're going to raid him because he donated to an attorney general's political campaign? Okay. Not, anything else. He gave a political contribution to a candidate that you don't like. Raid. What? Like, what? I
say, well, Charlie, we must follow the rule of law. I totally agree. It must be lawful. It must be warranted. But you must have the courage to do this. I am no longer going to tolerate Republican attorney generals sitting on their hands while the Democrats commit these crimes. Forget the FBI, okay?
What crimes?
The Federal Bureau of Investigation. We got to hold them accountable, dismantle.
The revealing crimes that were revealed?
Defund the FBI, put them all in prison. We have 27 Republican attorney generals right now that need to be authorizing raids against all the RICO operations of the criminals in the Democrat Party. Who? Start with BLM. We know.
So first of all, like, I don't know about you, but most Black Lives Matter protesters I've spoken to do not like Democrats, right? But now Black Lives Matter destroyed $1 billion and is a Democrat now. Also, RICO charges on what? Like what? Like what are these people? Like, I need you to understand. Like, this is. But I need you now. This is the serious part. Okay, we've been making fun of this guy for like what 5 minutes, but this is the serious part. I need you to understand. Okay. That when right wingers listen to this. Right? In their mind, they're like, yeah, we're gonna read BLM. You know, it's not that there's, 2 million different people all protesting for Black lives. No, we're gonna read BLM. They burned down Minneapolis. I went to Minneapolis like a goddamn crater, like when Majin Buu blew up the goddamn city in Dragon Ball Z. We're gonna read BLM. We're gonna Planned Parenthood. They got revealed for being very revealing. Wow! Get them, Charlie! Right, I need you to understand, okay? Like, right-wingers hear this, and they go, wow! We're gonna read all them sons of bitches. Right? Like, you ask them for any details, and they're gonna go like, what? You ask them about any actual information, what crimes were committed. What? You gotta raid them. Gotta raid them, man. Shit, we gotta raid those sons of bitches. Those motherfuckers going out there protesting for Black lives. We gotta go beat them up with the cops, man. Shit, fuck, we gotta raid them.
Oh, they've laundered money.
So, okay.
We can see it on their 990 forms. They've paid themselves and their family members very well. How about Mark Elias's role in the illegal funding of the 2020 election? Get a little creative, Republican attorney.
Illegal funding of the 2020 election? What does that mean? So I am assuming that this guy's talking about, like, previously the Black Lives Matter, like, organization, right? But, like, one person involved with that who's, like, garbage or whatever. That's fine. But, like, I just can't with the conflation. So Black Lives Matter, an organization, but also Black Lives Matter, a protest movement, but they're the same thing. So 1 minute, the protest movement destroyed $1 billion worth of cities. The second minute, we're talking about one person that works for the organization. The third minute, we're talking about RICO charges. Now we're talking about Planned Parenthood. We're talking about the 2020 election was funded. First of all, don't we have federal funding for the election? Aren't the voting, aren't the poll workers paid by the government? Like, what is that? In this guy's world, we have private funding of the election? What?
Attorney generals, they just raided Donald Trump's home. You want action, everybody in the audience? You got 27 Republican attorney generals that are sitting idly by.
Look at this set. Does he have like a toy collection going on up there?
Attorney generals that are...
There's a lot going on up here. And then there's like the guy, the fucking fake head with the headphones on. You gotta have that. Man, oh man. Oh boy, oh. But I need you to understand that these people, these Republicans, will listen to this stuff and they'll go, yeah, we're gonna raid them all. It's just so silly. I mean, it really is just so silly. It's just so fucking silly. And again, talk about, like, overreactions. Like, the FBI went in there and took back stolen property. Now, I have a question, Charlie Kirk or Charlie Cook fanboys. We gotta bring back the word fanboy, by the way. It's like vintage YouTube language. Yeah, we gotta bring back the word fanboy. Because, like, really, I mean, that's such a good word. Yeah, like, petition to bring back the word fanboy for right-wingers. Like, yeah, Charlie Kirk fanboys. Okay, I have a question. If any one of us, okay, myself, yourself, whatever, went in to the White House and just walked out with boxes of extremely, detailed national security files, would the FBI just raid our house and take the boxes back? or would we go to jail for 30 years for like espionage? I have a question, okay? The FBI went in, took the boxes, and left. The motherfucker stole national security information from the White House. If I walked into the White House and just, oh, sorry, I'm just taking out a couple boxes, you know, just recycling duty, and I had like fucking 80 folders worth of like where the fucking nuclear launch sites are, right? You think the FBI would just, oh, sorry, we're just going to take those boxes back. No, I would be in jail. I would be sent to Guantanamo, motherfucker. I need you to understand. Right, the idea that Trump is not in jail after stealing those boxes, and it took him, like, what, almost 2 years before the cops did anything? I mean, my God. Like, fuck. Anyway, man. Yeah, these people are fucking stupid. Who cares? Right-wingers, man. I don't know. Oh. Fanboy Tears merch. Maybe I will. Yeah, the word fanboy, like that, we gotta bring fanboy back. Fucking fanboy. That's such a good word because it's so infantilizing. People get so upset by it. Man, I don't know where to start on this one. But I've been... Alright, I'm just going to start... Just going to go to town. Got a lot to say, folks. Fucking thirsty as shit this morning. It's all that salt water I'm fucking gargling. Fucking salt water is drying out my mouth. All right. So I want to talk about I have been trying to avoid this issue. Because I honestly don't care. Like ultimately I don't care about any of this, right? Like to me, I don't live in the area, right? Like to me, like all just pretty much everything I've seen out of this entire fiasco is embarrassing. But I keep getting messages from various people asking me to talk about it because I don't know. I have no idea. And I want to talk about the, like, you know, we're getting into the drama portion of today's program. I love drama sometimes. Sometimes drama's annoying. Sometimes I don't want to be involved with it. Right? But you know what? Sometimes I love drama. So, and you know what? This time I got a chance to air some of my personal petty grievances. So that's also for me. But someone sent me this this tweet, and we're getting into the drama portion, right? So, you know, please settle down, you know, to save your dramatic outpours in the chat for when I'm done here. But someone sent me this tweet, and I'm going to show the tweet in a second. And I received this tweet. You know how, like, when you send someone a tweet on, like, a Twitter DM, right? And it says, like, this tweet cannot be displayed. Like, you can't even click the link and then, like, post it in an incognito window, right? Like, you just, like, you have to, like, fish for this tweet. But anyway, like, this, like, weird drama feud in, like, left-wing podcaster spaces over the New York State Senate race, to me, has reached critical mass of embarrassing, right? Like, everyone involved pretty much that I've seen online is like just an embarrassment to the universe, right? Like I look online, right, and I see anytime anyone talks about it, right, and I just see embarrassment. So anyway, someone sent me this tweet of David Griscom, and I have a feud with David Griscom, I guess. I don't know. This guy has blocked me, right? And so this is why I wanted to get involved with it, because I would like someone to find out how and why David Griscom has blocked me on Twitter. As you can see, I am on an incognito tab because I'm blocked by David Griscom. I've never talked to David Griscom before, but that's my own personal petty grievance. But anyway, I've avoided talking about this because I don't live here and I don't care. Or I don't live there and I don't care. But I've gotten so many people that keep fucking messaging me, so I'm just going to talk about this and then we're going to move on, okay? So, I just got to say, like, this whole thing is embarrassing, right? Like, the DSA thing, I don't like DSA, okay? I really don't, okay? I have moved around this country many times. I have met a lot of people in DSA. DSA is a mixed bag. In the same way that the DNC is a mixed bag. I've moved around a lot in my life, and I've met a lot of people in various Democratic organizations, Democratic Party organizations, right? It's a mixed bag. Sometimes you're in a cool area and all the, like, you know, like, look at the Nevada Democrats, for example. There was this big thing where, like, the Nevada Democrats, like the Bernie wing of the party, took over the DNC, and now they're, like, posting bangers on Twitter all day, right? So, like, it's a mixed bag. From what I understand, DSA in New York, also a mixed bag, right? So, my opinion on this race is pretty simple. I don't care, right? I don't care. Okay, most of the time DSA can be good. All the time are they good? To pretend like they're always good, to me, I think it's as cringy as saying, oh, the Democrats are always amazing. Every time you go to a Democratic office anywhere, they're amazing, wonderful people. It's just weird. It's a mixed bag. It depends on where you fucking live, okay? So now again, I don't live in New York. I can't weigh in on that, right? So people saying that they trust DSA in New York, okay, feel free. But I gotta say, like, having spoken to a lot of people involved, I don't know if I'm friends with anybody involved, but just, like, seeing the drama around this race has really kind of just, like, it's just made me cringe. It's made me cringe, right? So, like, Majority Report, like has Nomiki on, and, like she's, like, a regular weekly guest. She announces that she's running, and then all of a sudden, everyone affiliated with the Majority Report is harassing the fucking shit out of Nomiki. And to me, that just is... why? Like, I just don't get it. I really don't. And so, again, I don't live there. I don't know the intricacies. I don't, walk the streets of New York, and I don't know everybody. I don't know who's, like... But, like, this is such an embarrassment in, like, online left media. It really is. Like, it makes me embarrassed. Like, when I see this kind of shit, it makes me embarrassed. Like, when I see, like, podcast hosts harassing other podcast hosts, right? Online, publicly, when they all have each other's phone numbers. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Like, if I was under the impression that I had friends... and my friends started harassing me online, they have my phone number. I've texted them, hey, you want to talk on the phone? No. Hey, you want to meet up for a coffee? No. And they keep harassing me online. I would feel pretty fucked up about it, right? So now we can all have our opinion on the race. Like, is Nomiki a spoiler? Is Kirsten Gonzalez a spoiler? How do you decide who's the spoiler? How do you decide who's further left? Right? It's just, who cares? That's my opinion. Right? Nomiki launched her campaign when the new district was created. Right? That's my understanding of the situation. Right? There was Senate redistricting, state Senate redistricting. Right? There was a new district created. There's no incumbent. It's a new district. Nomiki was like, oh shit, I'll run for the new district. Okay. Right? But when there was redistricting, right, someone that was running in an old district that had parts of the new district just went in there and started running for that district. That's Kirsten Gonzalez, right, who's endorsed by DSA. So, now again, we have to take a lot of articles of faith. I don't like faith, okay? I don't believe in faith, right? Now, I've had a lot of personal experiences with DSA, and DSA can be bad. There's all these DSA chapters in, like, Idaho, for example, that are, like, run by tanky Jimmy Dore people, and they're, like, the official DSA account. Like, one of them got banned on Twitter for like saying that like, you know, everyone who's ever lived in Ukraine is a neo-Nazi and they got banned from Twitter or whatever, right? So, but anyway, but we can have this argument. Like, that's the thing about like online kind of discourse, is that it's so charged that like people that are apparently friends with one another and have each other's phone numbers and have known each other for years and years and years and years, right? They can be convinced to hate each other based on nothing. Like, okay, let's say Nomiki's campaign is embarrassing, right? Oh, the clean campaign pledge is cringy. Okay, great. Well, the race is going to be over in a month. You know, who cares, right? Who cares? And that's the thing. I've seen so many people that try to wrap me into this. And, you know, my thing is like, I have resisted being wrapped into this because I don't care. I don't fucking live there. But you know what? Everyone else that doesn't live there is talking about it. So fuck it. I'll talk about it too. Right? But like, I don't care if Nomiki is doing a clean campaign pledge and you find that cringy. Like, okay, it's cringy. And does that make Nomiki a horrible person? Does that mean she's canceled because she did a fucking, like, clean campaign pledge? Like, who cares? That's hard to say. Clean campaign pledge. That's really difficult for me. But anyway, like, I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of Kirsten Gonzalez going on, like, really cringy shows, like Katie Halper's show, who's extremely cringy and, like, really buddy-buddy with, like, neo-Nazis, right? Like, that's weird, right? And, like, I've seen the Majority Report clips of, like, Emma being like, you know, I think that Nomiki is a wrecker and a spoiler. It's like, I don't, like, who cares what you think? Like, don't you have any, like, I don't know, man. Like, even if you do think that, why would you air it online? To me, it's just, you know, it's just weird. But anyway, I have been drafted into talking about this. You know, I resisted. But I just want to say, it really is embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, and again, I don't know why David Griscom has me blocked on Twitter. I really don't. I've never talked to the guy. I don't really know anything about him. Like, the only thing I know about him is that he was on the Michael Brooks show, right? And he was, like, the least interesting character on the Michael Brooks show. Like, no offense. But, like, I don't know, I just, to me, it's baffling. Like, these are grown adults, 30 right, years old, 40 years old, right? And instead of talking on the phone, they're having this big public drama fest in front of millions of people, and it's embarrassing. I don't really, like, it's embarrassing. And then it's also, like, it's completely divorced from reality, right? I don't know, I know a couple people that live in New York, right? And, you know, they live near the district or whatever, and they've been to, like, these campaign events, and they tell me that, like, literally no one in person cares anything at all about this online garbage. It's like, it's just exactly like the force to vote thing, except this time, like, the force to vote, like, cognito hazard has, like, gotten into people that the previous one didn't, right? Like, it's a new district. DSA isn't God. AOC is not God. AOC just endorsed DSA because she's acting on an article of good faith. Who knows? Like, if DSA is actually good or not, who knows who vets these things? It's a new district. Should they have done a endorsement procedure when the new district was created instead of sliding someone into there? Maybe they should have, yes. Right? But, like, this idea that Nomiki needs to be canceled for life. I mean, like, my God, man. Like, it's embarrassing. It really is. It's embarrassing. It's a state Senate seat. Like, this isn't, like, Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, right? Like, this is a state Senate seat, and people are treating this like, oh, Nomiki is garbage, she's evil, she's a NATO operative sent to destroy the left, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? I don't know. Like, and, like, threats, and, like, I've seen so many people, like, threaten Nomiki online, and, like, it's annoying to me. And on the same token, threatening the other person, Kirsten Gonzalez, or is it Kristen or Kirsten? I don't know, man. But anyway, I just, like, I don't have a dog in this race, but my dog is, first of all, my dog is Max the dog. He's sleeping on the floor right over there. And second of all, like, again, it's just embarrassing. Like, why would anybody trust people's perspectives on socialist politics and organizing if these so-called socialists are so antisocial they can't talk on the fucking phone? Like, oh, I'm a socialist. I'm going to organize a revolution to overthrow the U.S. government, except I'm afraid to talk to my friend who I've known for 10 years on the phone. Like, man, like, I just, Like, talk about, like, destroying the left. Like, if you want to talk about destroying the left, right? Like, almost all of the attacks on Nomiki have been about, like, they're ad hominem. Like, look at this tweet here. Solidarity with movement leaders and organizations, or organizers with a record, not institutions who can be corrupted by their industrial complex and deal making. We must be wiser. This is how movements are killed. The basic, like, thing here is solidarity with people, not institutions. Now, I'm an anarchist. I don't like institutions. I don't like DSA. I've been involved with a couple DSA chapters. I've talked to a lot of DSA people. I've met a lot of DSA people online through my show and through other activism. It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. In the same way, if someone says, I'm on the left, they could be like a fucking Jimmy Dore, like, you know, Russia imperialism is good, like anti-vaxxer, and they can claim to be on the left, right? The left doesn't mean anything, right? And so this idea that people should have a default fealty to DSA as an organization, they can do no wrong. It's DSA. We must support the party. It's just, who cares about the fucking party, bro? Like, I don't know, man. I have seen policy arguments from Nomiki and Kristen Gonzalez. I think both of their campaigns have pretty good policy proposals. I know Nomiki has like this big COVID policy proposal, which in my opinion is probably one of the most important things that no politician is talking about, right? I know Kristen Gonzalez has had, like, you know, she's got this, the generic DSA policy slate or whatever, right? So, like, that's all good. Should there be only one left-winger in the race? Absolutely, right? Is the possibility of vote splitting real? Possibly, but there's no polling in the district. How can we tell who is more likely to beat Elizabeth Crowley without any polling, right? If someone was so concerned with spoilers, fund a poll. Like, how much money would it cost to poll Senate District 59, right? Can't all these, like, fucking extremely wealthy podcast, let's be honest, can't these extremely wealthy podcasters fund a poll to figure out who the spoiler would be, right? And also, why can't there be a negotiated dropout? And why would the only person that would be presumed to drop out be Nomiki when she launched her campaign a week after the district was created? Like, who cares about DSA I don't care about DSA endorsing people, right? Bernie Sanders has endorsed people that are pretty cringy, right? Now, again, they take it on an act of good faith, right? Bernie Sanders has rescinded endorsements. DSA and AOC, right? They have rescinded endorsements, right? But this idea that, like, Nomiki is evil, I'm sorry, man. You're not going to sell me on that bullshit. And the thing about it that I think is really kind of fucked up is, like the thing here is that it's going to last after this election. This election is going to be gonzo in, like, 2 weeks or, like, how long? I don't even know. I don't live in New York. The primaries where I'm at they've already happened. But anyway, like, people are going to be harassing the shit out of Nomiki over this for a very long time for presumably no reason. And then, like, what if we have a scenario, which is possible, what if we have a scenario where Nomiki has more votes than Kristen Gonzalez? It's possible. What if we have a scenario where Elizabeth Crowley she loses and Kristen Gonzalez wins and Nomiki's in third place? Who knows? There's no polling. Right? And it's like, the other thing is, like, okay, maybe Nomiki shouldn't run in this district at this time. Okay, can you come up with any other reason other than DSA is an organization that can do no wrong? I don't know, man. The fact that all of this is in public to me, and I keep getting, like, I don't know. I guess I'm like the D tier in this universe. So people love to DM me for my opinions on this stupid, like, petty garbage, right? So I'm in the D tier here, or the F tier. I don't know. I'm at the lowest possible tier of this shared universe. Okay, and I can tell you, it's embarrassing. It really is. Like, I don't know. I've said that many times, but, you know, like, harassing people online who are allies in every way, it's weird. It's strange. Like, is Nomiki like started saying, oh, maybe we don't need to give money to homeless? Has Nomiki started saying, oh, maybe we need to reopen up and ignore COVID? Has Nomiki been saying, oh, maybe I don't like vaccines? No, her policy platform is really good. In the same way, so is Kristen Gonzalez's. They got good policy platforms. And the thing about leftists is we need to figure out conflict resolution, my man. Like, this shit is, like, if you are friends with someone, you have their phone numbers, you live literally in the same fucking city, you could walk to their house, right? And instead, you're arguing and yelling at each other on the internet in front of millions of people. You know what I mean? It's just, like, we need to talk about conflict resolution. So anyway, that's my take on this. Maybe I'll talk about it more, but, you know, enough with sending, oh, what's your opinion on this, you know? Jesus Christ. It's embarrassing. It really is. It really is. And you know what? I feel bad for everybody involved, but I also feel bad for Nomiki, because, like, if I had friends, right, that I've known for multiple years, and that I do something I'm putting a lot of time and effort into, and they all completely abandon me, not only completely abandon me, but shit on me several times, right, in front of, like, you know, Majority Report's got 1 million viewers, right? Like, they get, like, what, 100,000 views on some of these videos, right? That's a lot of people. I'd be pissed. So, you know what? If I'm going to pick a dog, it'll be Nomiki just by default. But also, I don't care. I don't live there. I don't care. I'm not endorsing anybody. I don't live there. Vote for whoever's furthest left that has the highest chance of winning. But wait, there's no polling, so we don't know. So I don't know, man. But, either way, man, the embarrassing stream sniping, and can we talk about how, like, let's be honest, like, it's mostly men doing this. Like, you'll notice that it's, like, David Griscom and Matt Leck doing this, like, weird, like, she's a wrecker, she's anti-left, and it's like, bro, what? Like, can you calm down, first of all? Like, you know, but I don't know, man. It's embarrassing, and it makes me not like the whole universe, you know. It cringes me out. Like, this is the same reason I got cringed out of, like, the Jimmy Dore universe, right? I never really liked them to begin with. But, you know, the force to vote thing, ooh, right? You gotta eventually you gotta too cringe, you know what I mean? And, like, Majority Report, like, the extended universe here, they're really disappointing me with that. Anyway, I think I've said everything I need to say, until I get dragged into it again, which will happen, I'm sure. Now that I've opened the genie in the bottle or whatever stupid fucking thing, I don't know. I don't know. It's over for me. I'm in. Folks, Cooking with the Bitch is coming. And it's also going to be coming in the good dick way. If you want, it's an optional thing, but Cooking with the Bitch in 24 minutes. And there you go. Yeah, letter hack. I'd be interested to know your opinions later if you want to talk about it. But, like, to me, like, again, I have, like, a base level of respect for everyone involved. But, like, it's hard to maintain that, you know? With that kind of shit. But also, I don't care. So, like, if I can make a video and it gets, like, 300 views and I can get some money from that, fuck it. Whatever. Whatever. I don't care. It's just embarrassing. You saved my recipe on how to make seitan. It's a good recipe. Reminder, recipes are for the weak. If you want to be a good cook, you know, you got to learn how to do everything without looking at a note sheet. That's my opinion. But also, that's like how I like doing everything. When I'm learning, like, I like notes. I like taking notes. But, like, for me, learning is one of the key parts of learning is being able to do everything without notes. You know, for me, like, whenever I cook, I specifically don't like taking notes. I don't know. For me, it's just a cooking thing. I'm like that with a couple other things, too. Like, when I'm reading certain materials, I'll use notes and some I won't. Why did I talk about it? I mean, 2 reasons. 1, I keep getting DMs from people. And 2, David Griscom blocked me personally, and so, any chance to vent about that. You know, I'm still curious. That's my thing, right, with David Griscom blocking me. I want to know. Like, I know why Glenn Greenwald blocked me, because he's a fucking freak, right? Because I asked him to come on my show. He said yes, and then I asked to set up a date, and then he just ghosted me, and then freaked out and blocked me. I know why Ben Burgess blocked me. Does Ben Burgess still follow me, by the way? Because he followed me for a while. He still follows me. So once again, you know, if Ben Burgess, if Ben Burgess can unblock me and refollow me after everything that I've said to him, David Griscom can unblock me after I've said nothing to him. I've never said anything about or to him ever before. So to me, this is like one of the reasons is I want to know why. If someone can ask David Griscom why he blocked me and I could get an answer, I don't care about staying blocked. I just want an answer. You know, I'm curious. You know what I mean? I have a curiosity to gain knowledge. You know what I mean? Sparky Pete, that's the other thing. Yeah, conflict resolution is just, it's non-existent in left-wing spaces. It really is. Like, I've been involved in several, like, protest movements. I've been involved in several left-wing organizations. And I, like, not joking, 100% of the time, things fall apart because people are just unable to talk on the phone. They're unable to, like, go to the coffee shop and have a conversation. You know what I mean? Like, they're just unable. Like, they just can't. Like, conflict resolution, like, it is non-existent. It is non-existent. You can DM me on twitter.com. Fucking, I'm not gonna lie. Like, a lot of people don't like Disco Brian because he's really hyperactive. But Disco Brian's got some good takes. I'm not gonna lie to you. Letterhack, someone sent me a tweet with Left Reckoning saying that they did a whole post-game segment on Nomiki, but I am not a patron of that show because I don't care about that show. I'm still a patron of the Michael Brooks show, by the way. Like, I can't, every once in a while I'm thinking about, you know, he's been dead for 2 years. Can I unsubscribe from the page? No, I just can't do it. It's just, you know, I just can't do it. So, but, you know, does that count? Like, can I, like, get a crossover, you know, like a freebie? Because I'm interested in what was going on there. Disco Brian is over the top, but I would say he is right more than he's wrong, in my opinion. Like, when he's wrong, he's really wrong, Disco Brian. But when he's right, he's really right. And I think he's right more than he's wrong, you know. And, hey, feel free to cancel me for that, but... Alright. Let's talk about this. And I will say, Disco Brian's video editing skills, S tier. The motherfucker's really good at video editing, so just throwing that out there. That's a skill that is more impressive than most other people. Anyway, I want to talk about this before the show ends. So, a streamer, who does streams, let me get this in. Well, okay. A streamer who does streams, by the name of Keffels. I don't quite know too much about Keffels. To me, she is the one that ratios J.K. Rowling, but she got swatted, and it's really bad. So I wanted to cover this because I have been swatted myself as a fellow tran. I am very, very familiar with what police do to transgender people and how hate groups will weaponize police against transgender people. So, I wanted to talk about this because it's just really sad to see. But anyway, I want to play this video. This is, her video on the matter. I want to play it at like 1.5x. And, you know, this is just really bad stuff. So,
on August 5th,
I gotta raise the volume.
Woken up by London police services, pointing an assault
rifle. So, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know anything about Keffels, so when I first saw this, I thought that she meant London, England, But upon further reading, apparently there's a city in Canada called London, so she's Canadian. I did not know that when I first saw this video, but, you know, come on now. Like, can you call it New London at least? You know, so anyway.
In my face at my home. I was told later that at 6 a.m. that morning, an email impersonating me was sent to every city councillor in the city of London, Ontario, stating that I have an illegal firearm, that I killed my mother, and that I plan to go to City Hall and shoot every cisgender person I see. I was shown the email while I was being interrogated in police custody. While the emails were riddled with grammatical errors and read more like something a troll would say than something I would sincerely say, the police took it seriously. Not only that, the email said my name was Clara Sorrenti, but also stated what my dead name was. It was an obvious attempt to make the police humiliate me. During the arrest, the police officer referred to me by my dead name. I was booked in the station.
So, just real quick, right? For those of you that don't know what a dead name is, that is your old name before you change it. In a lot of instances with trans people, they don't change their legal name before they'll start using a new name, right? So in a lot of instances with trans people, their legal name is their dead name, okay? Or vice versa. In Keffel's situation, that is not the case. To my understanding, she says later in this video that she changed her legal name like several years ago, like 6-7 years, something like a long time ago. Right? So there's no reason to be referring to her as a man's name. It's not her legal name. It's not like there's no... The only possible justification is that the cop is personally a bigoted scumbag. That's it. There's no literally there's no reason other than that.
Under my dead name. The police, when talking to my mother, referred to me as her son. This is despite the fact that I have run as both a member of parliament and a member of provincial parliament under my name, Clara Sorrenti. The fact that a fake email led to London Police Services booking me under my dead name reveals the prejudice that many police have towards transgender people.
So again, when it is actually not lawful to book and process someone under a name that is not their legal name, right? I have dealt with police and they have told me they must use the legal name. So, but now, all of a sudden, the legal name is irrelevant. You don't need the legal name. It's just whatever we want to call you. Like, that's not a thing. I don't know, maybe Canada's different, but, like... Now, again, I just want to talk about my situation being swatted. I was swatted about 4 years ago, and I had a very similar situation, right? All I hear was, like, you know... fucking someone talking on a megaphone. I'm thinking like I'm like, am I high? Like, why, what? Right? And I go outside and there's like fucking, I don't know, like there's like 20 people pointing guns at my face, right? And then they tell me to get in the street and then lay down on my belly and then walk backwards while I'm laying down like a turtle or something. And and then they start like fucking with me. And then the thing about my situation with my swatting incident is that my mother, right, who is disabled and was obese at the time, was also really, really, really horribly treated, right? The police threatened to kill her, right? They threw her to the ground. They dragged her through the lawn, right? Dislocated her shoulders, so I gave her a bunch of bruises, right? And all for nothing, right? So in my swatting situation, right, someone said that like I was threatening to kill my mother with like explosives or some shit. By the way, the person that swatted me is in jail. They were a part of the Atomwaffen neo-Nazi international organization called Atomwaffen, which by the way, Andy surprise kill list for, but that's a whole nother story. So let me get this straight, right? In my situation, right, police beat the shit out of my mom, who in their understanding is my hostage. So their information, right, is that I am holding my mother hostage and I'm going to kill her. Their response to that information is, let's beat the shit out of this fucking hostage. Right? Cops are fucking stupid. And so while I was in custody, I was arguing with this stupid fucking cop about what a webcam is. Because the cop was like, but this person, they told us what color shirt you were wearing. How could they do that? And I said, I have a webcam, and I was doing something on the internet. What's a webcam? I had to talk to this cop while other cops were pointing guns at my face and beating the shit out of my mom. I could only hear her screaming, right? I had to inform this cop of what a webcam is. Now, I'm under the impression this cop knew what a webcam is, and he was just fucking with me, okay? But anyway, so I have personal experience with what right-wingers are capable of doing, and I need you to understand, right? The Kiwi Farm, 4chan, 8chan, right? Adam Waffen, these people, right? It's a game. The idea of weaponizing police to attempt to kill people is a game. Now, I also want to say my mother had a brain tumor at this moment and had a stroke and died 3 months later. So I'm just throwing that out there. Is that related to her getting beaten by the cops? Maybe. Is that related to her not being able to sleep for 3 months because she would have nightmares from trauma? Maybe. I don't know. Am I allowed to press charges against police? No, because that's the country we live in and I'm too poor to do that anyway, right? So in my situation, it's really fucked up. So fortunately, right, Keffels is seemingly physically safe and so is her family. But again, like, I need people to understand that swatting is a serious problem, right? Right-wingers, they literally, it's a video game. It's like playing Call of Duty and getting a kill streak, right? They have fun doxing people. They have fun watching this kind of stuff happen. And cops, I need you to also understand, cops have fun. They never get to be the SWAT team. They never get to go and barge in with machine guns and like threaten to kill people. So for them, they're amped up. The idea that they got trolled, the idea that, oh shit, oh fuck, this is fake, that is not okay with them because they were beefed up. They were like chewing their fucking nicotine gum and they're like, I'm ready to kill, right? So even if it involves beating the shit out of a hostage, they'll beat the shit out of a hostage because they're ready to kill, unless it's Uvalde, Texas, and there's someone who is massacring children, of course, right? So anyway, I want to play the rest of this video because it gets worse.
This is despite the fact that the email contained my real name before ever even mentioning my dead name. This is one of the property bags returned to me after I was released from custody. All of the property bags returned to me have Roberts written on them. Roberts was my last name until I legally changed my name first to Kaylee Sorrenti on January 25th, 2012, and then later to Clara Sorrenti on
Again, 10 years! 10 years! I thought it was like 5 or 6, but I remember 10 years that she has had her name changed. And the cops are like, boo!
March 7th, 2018. When I changed my name, I took my mother's maiden name. My last name has not been Roberts in over 10 years. The only reason that Roberts is on the property bags is because I was booked under my dead name. A search warrant was issued, which I have a copy of here. They were looking for a handgun, ammunition, cartridges, cleaning tools, a gun case, cell phones, and computers. They seized both my personal and work phone, as well as the work computer. So this is the other
thing. In the United States, we have a statute called civil asset forfeiture, where cops can steal literally anything they want. They can steal it, and you have to prove that it's not related to a crime in order to get it back. Okay, so I don't know if that's the clause that is going on in this situation, but so they search her house for guns and ammunition. They find nothing. And they search her computers and steal them. It's called stealing. When you take property that does not belong to you and you refuse to return it, that's called theft. But when you're the cops, you get to do whatever you want. So, okay, there's no guns, there's no ammo. It's obviously a fake incident, but they still got to search her hard drives? Why? Why? And also, why not just take the hard drive and give the computer back? Right? Like, but again, it's trolling because this is a situation where right-wing neo-Nazis send the swatting threat, right? You know, or send the threat that results in the swatting. And the cops, in this instance, are also right-wing neo-Nazis. So they're like, oh, fuck, we get to troll and bully the fuck out of a transgender person. Fuck yeah, right? Like, they're having fun. It's enjoyable, right? Cops are bored. Right, they spend most of their time being bored, right? Like fucking eating donuts at the fucking at the fucking Dunkies, okay? That's what they spend most of their time doing. So the idea that they get to bully, relentlessly harass a transgender person, to them, it's like an early Christmas. I need you to understand this. Cops are fucking insane, right? So you have a situation where neo-Nazis work with other neo-Nazis to target and harass transgender people. Why? For breathing oxygen on planet Earth, right? Now again, I don't know if this will result in arrests, but I can say from my instance, right, when I was swatted, right, the person who swatted me was arrested, But that doesn't undo the damage. It doesn't undo the fact that the cops beat the shit out of my mom and I have no legal recourse against the police department. It doesn't change the fact that my mom had a stroke 3 months later, presumably resulting from not being able to sleep properly, and she had brain cancer at the time, right? So, what am I supposed to do? I'm fucked, right? So, and it's possible in this instance, Keffels will never get her computer back. That's several $1,000s of shit that's just stolen. It's just stolen. And she's not going to get it back, right? And so, and if they do give it back, it'll be like 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and she's already replaced all the equipment anyway, right? It's just fucking, it's Looney Tunes. But let's keep playing this.
I broadcast on Twitch from. Not only that, but the police seized my fiance's cell phones and laptop, as well as their external drive, which contained the only copy of their PhD thesis and other important university documents. Because of the negligence of the police, we were both left functionally unemployed, and I have spent thousands of dollars replacing our computers and cell phones, so our lives are complete.
Now someone is gonna fucking fail college because some right-wing loser fucking sent in a fucking letter that's full of like spelling errors, and now someone's gonna fail college. Like, imagine like talking to your professor. Yeah, like this is the dog ate my homework, right? Oh yeah, so about that essay, about that thesis. So hear me out. My partner was raided by the police, and no, it wasn't a real raid. It was a fake raid. It was a swatting raid. It was fake. It wasn't real, but they still stole my laptop and cell phone. So sorry, I can't turn in my work on time. Right? The professor's gonna laugh at them. Like, it doesn't,
completely destroyed by what happened to us. After the police interrogated me and realized this is a situation that has happened to me before, I was released with no charges. Without my devices, I could not let people close to me know what had happened to me, and they were in the dark for hours.
So no charges, and yet we're still gonna keep your shit. Like, what? Like,
And after acquiring a new phone, I still cannot log into some of my accounts because the London Police Service holds the phone that my two-factor authentication goes to. This same situation happened just over a week ago, on Sunday, July 31st, in a city I don't live in, Toronto. On that day, I talked to Sergeant Nathan Gibson after someone impersonating me made similar threats to Toronto politicians. Sergeant Gibson chalked it up to a swatting attempt. I was not charged with a crime, nor was I named as a suspect in an investigation by the Toronto Police. London Police Services should have been aware that this could happen. In fact, my brother called London Police Services on March 27th in a conversation lasting 9 minutes and 16 seconds to see if my family could be put on a no-swatting list, only to be treated like we were wearing tinfoil hats and completely dismissed. They told my brother...
So again, you asked the cop, you were proactive about it? Hey, cops, this is something that might happen. They go like, oh, that'll never happen. And then it does happen. And instead of going, oh shit, we were wrong, they're just going to jump right in on it? What?
Other things would be fine. They were wrong. Despite getting a search warrant to search my home and finding no guns, as well as my mother alive and well, I am still a suspect in the investigation by London Police Services. My devices, including my fiance's hard drive that contains all of their important PhD-related documents, will not be returned to us before digital forensics analyzes them. This is a process my lawyer advised me could take months. Swatting is a crime. Identity theft is a crime. And because it was a crime that was motivated by hatred against transgender people, it was a hate crime perpetrated against me. Instead of the police helping me, they terrorized me and my loved ones, traumatizing me and leaving my fiancé and I on the verge of losing everything. They victimized me for being the victim of a hate crime. I need your help because I can't do this alone. I started a GoFundMe to
So anyway, I would recommend giving money to the GoFundMe if that's something you can do. But again, I need people to understand this has been happening for years. Like, I got swatted 4 years ago. My story is 4 years old. Nothing happened. The cops never said sorry. They never wrote back to me. I didn't need, like, I want people to understand. I had no idea the guy who swatted me was arrested until a journalist left a comment on my YouTube channel and said, hey, are you this person that's being referenced in a court case? The cops never contacted me, right, about the guy who swatted me getting arrested, right? A lawyer never, no one contacted me until a journalist said, after the fact, after everything was over, a journalist said, hey, can we get you for comment? And I was like, what? Like, because I didn't think anything would happen. But again, like, cops, there is no recourse. The cops can bully and harass people infinitely and forever, and they will always get away with it. And right-wingers know that, and they weaponize it. Cops are a weapon. They're not thinking, rational people. They are a weapon. They are a tool that can be used to inflict massive amounts of damage. And again, this is like, you know, it's just going to keep happening, right? Like, Keffels will probably get swatted again. I'll probably get swatted again. More trans people that do anything online or in any activist, you know, circles will get swatted again. It will keep happening forever. And that's it, because no one cares. Like, you ask any random person on the street, oh, do you care about, like, you know, hate crimes against transgender people? Are going to be like, what? No, motherfucker, I love hate crimes. In fact, I'm going to go do one right now. Like, most people don't fucking give a shit. I need you to understand. Most people don't care. So when we talk about a trans genocide, this is just one part of that, right? The idea that, like, I or Keffels or anyone else can just breathe oxygen online and we will, like, go outside to have, like, fucking 30 machine gun men threatening to kill me and my family. At any point. At any point. So, anyway. There you go. It's a sad story. But, you know, I wanted to talk about that one. Because I have a personal stake in the issue. So. Oh, Toxic Death. Are you the first Twitch to YouTube crossover person? Because that's great. Anyway, folks, Cooking with the Bitch. Now that I've sufficiently made everyone cry, Cooking with the Bitch coming up in 60 fucking seconds. 60 seconds. Holy moly. Holy moly. 60 fucking seconds. I'm sorry, I can't do an outro. Thank you for watching. Go watch Cooking with the Bitch. I will be in the chat room with the premiere. I will see y'all tomorrow or later tonight on twitch.tv, maybe, who knows. And also, goodbye.
Everybody comes in, your grandmother. They're coming all over the place.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
Seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.